Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. So we're out here in Manhattan Beach today. We're going to be mainly playing with light and color and try to make these mundane scenes pop, because as you can see, the building behind me is just very clean. There's not much character going on here. It's very clean and there's nothing wrong with that. There's a way to use lighting and color to your advantage, especially composition. So I'll show you guys how I go about doing that. I'll explain more about what I'm doing this time around as opposed to before. I kind of didn't really explain too much, so we're going to get more in depth this time. So yeah, let's go do it. The lighting here is just beautiful. The way it just cuts through the buildings and creates all these contrasty, like dark shadows. It's just amazing. So yeah, for this scene, as you can see, you have the towels on the top, and then you have the chair at the bottom. The light's pretty beautiful. The only thing that I wish wasn't here was the trash can, but it's not like that big of a deal. But you want the towels to like move, waiting for the wind to hit. Because once the wind hits, it adds some movement to the whole scene. It doesn't have to be major, just enough for it to work. This is a nice hall to look through. So this is one of those scenes where you have a clearer image on the right side. It's a lot more easier to compose for something like this because it's neat, it's simple. But if you back up and you try to get the whole side of the left where you could see the the street continue, it becomes a completely different image. So I mean, obviously the flowers are like the main thing here, but you want to keep that kind of hall on the left side. You see how it goes into the ocean? It's just a good way to like keep it all balanced out. And I don't mind the trash cans for this one, it's all right. If you want to get rid of the trash cans, you could always use portrait rotation, but then it only becomes about the wall and the flower, like nothing else. It just becomes about the flowers. So this is a nice scene here. I like that it's not like perfectly even. I like that the door and the window are between another, space. This looks like a frame within a frame. So I love pictures like this, especially the lighting. Lighting is beautiful. Wow, look at the way that bush is glowing. So this is really nice because if it wasn't for that bush being up with the light, I think it would just be a very simple, boring scene. But this kind of gives it that extra push that I need. Here's two compositions. So I went to the other side, and with this one you have this light right here pretty much ending right before the bush, but then you see how the light continues on the bush. It goes up the wall to the left all the way to where the sun is. To me, that's like a pattern, and it's just beautiful. So I always look for things like this. Alright, so for this scene right here, I don't know if you guys could see, but we got the stop sign, we have the green doors for the garage, and then the window on the top right. All this mix, all these colors, even the beige on the wall, with the sky, to me is such a beautiful palette. And I'll show you guys exactly what I mean, because there's a slight hint of light touching the garage doors, and that's really what makes the image. It's a beautiful scene, especially this window here. So just getting all of this in the frame is amazing. So pretty much I'm just trying to get this chair isolated, and I want the water hose on the left because that really adds a lot of shadow and dimension to this image as opposed to it just being the chair. Wow, this is such a beautiful, simple scene. It's like you see the chair in the left corner. It's just peeking out like that is really what drew me to the scene. And then the lighting on the window is amazing. The tree in the background also adds a little bit more. So it's just a beautiful scene, especially with the lighting. Alright, so for this scene here, we have the tree, we got the fire hose, but we have this building back here. And it has the light cutting straight at the edge of it. And it's so beautiful. So I'm trying to get it all in the scene, but there's this ugly car on the right. So you have to frame it in a way where we cut it out, but keep the rest of the scene. So you kind of have to move around a bit. So we have a scene here. We have the building on the right, and then we have the walkway with the sand, all kind of leading you to the building. So you have leading lines, and it doesn't look like much, but with the lighting, it really makes such a beautiful scene, and I'll show you guys what I mean. So for this one, I want the bike rack and the person cleaning up. It just adds so much more. If it wasn't for the bikes there, I think this would have been a lot more like a simpler composition. So this is interesting, mainly because I just see the water hose hanging from here, but I really like all of this. It just creates such a dynamic in the scene, and it's nothing insane. It's just interesting. I like this. So we have a beautiful scene right here. You see the way the light's just cutting through this street? So that gives you an end point for your frame, and then you also have just the light on the house. Is so beautiful. The way it's cutting straight to the top and just making a frame within the frames of the windows is beautiful. And wow, look at that little pigeon. So there is multiple scenes here. There's the one with the people, and I want to get the food rental with everything else in the background. So the fact that they're just standing there is like the best part about this, because I'm gonna wait for these bikers to pass and I'm gonna isolate them. I'm gonna be using all these staircases to kind of frame them up. Alright, so now we're down by the beach. It's golden hour. We're just making some images of people. Beautiful. I normally don't care much for silhouettes, but I really like this right here. I like the leading lines to the guy, and then I like that the sun is right behind the little house over there. Got this guy right here coming up. I'm gonna try to get him with his dog. Sick. I got the one with the kid in it. See, now it worked. It gave it some motion, but let me do one without him, because my original plan was just to get the bicycle and this lamp, the street light right there. Nice. With the boats in the background, it's beautiful.